Let's take a closer look at a newer TSUYOSA 37 millimeter in a light pink dial. Big thanks to Saltzmans watches, Cranston, Rhode Island location this time, from David. His contact information as well as a direct link to this watch down below. Let's get into this watch. So if you're in the market for an all-in-house, because it is a Citizen watch and movement made in Japan, in 37 millimeter with a pink dial, then this is your watch. Plain and simple. So I do measure the case at 37.1. So yeah, whatever, we'll call it 37. The lug to lug, if you will, because it's, you know, you're not going to change this thing out, but just the case is 42 millimeter, but I did grab a measurement with that extended kind of center lug there, which does angle down quite a bit. That brings it up to 46.5 millimeter. Maybe it makes a difference to you. I don't see how it really would. The watch is going to wear pretty small in general. The thickness is 12 millimeter. You can see you have a date magnifier on top of that flat sapphire crystal. And you have a 4.5 millimeter kind of tucked away, slightly difficult to get to push-pull crown. It is a 50-meter water-resist watch. You are going to need like basically a little bit of fingernail, and they do have a little spot there for you to like kind of dig at it and pop it out and adjust it. But to wind it, because you can wind this movement, it's an 8000 series automatic movement shown on, you know, with a display case back. To wind it right here with my chubby fingers, I basically cannot do it. So I did the little quote Seiko shuffle to get this thing running. And then of course you can pull this out, and it does hack the movement, even though it is the 8000 series. And I know there's a lot of debate over that, I guess, for some people. You know, they want the more premium 9000 series from Citizen Miyoto. But the reality is this one does everything the other movement does. So save yourself the money and just get the 8000. Like, I don't understand the big draw to the 9000 over the 8000. Sure, they essentially do the same thing. So price point on this, the retail price point is $450. You're not going to pay retail. Just name drop me or use the code that I put down below if you just want to purchase on the website and you want to be antisocial and not talk to anybody. But really, you'll get a deal on it. That's for sure. So, but the model on this is the NJ0200-50Z. Let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. Before we do, I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up there. You can see it's really good quality control on this thing. Nice sharp handset, very clean dial, applied markers. There's plenty of opportunity for Lume on this. I'll show you that in a moment. But it's, for the price point, it's a great option if you're in the market for this size. You can see band made in China. So the watch is Japan, and then the band is made in China. Turns out, my limited knowledge of watches, most bracelets are actually, in fact, made in China. So even if the watch maybe isn't, because I'll get that, inevitably I'll get those comments down below, but yeah, but where's this made? Where's that made? China. They're probably made in China. So there's that. But, you know, this is a Japan-based company, so the main watch components are all Japanese-based, and then they do source the bracelet. So there you go. There it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Yeah, I could pull it off. Absolutely, I could pull it. But I wouldn't, because they make a 40 millimeter variant to this, and that would work better for my preferences. But if your preference is 37 or your wrist size dictates that you do go with the 37, Citizen has you covered. And Saltzmans has you covered, as they're the authorized dealer for the brand. Quick flash of the UV light. We'll turn off the studio light and check out the Lume on this. Like I said, plenty of opportunity for blasting this thing with Lume, and it does perform well. Double bars at the 12 and 6 o'clock. You have Lume on the applied markers, as well as little dots going around the perimeter on the dial, and then of course the hour and minute hand. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next vid.